What's up, everybody? It's SoCal Stars. This is Matt. Today I'm without Hudson. He's at school. We got our hands on a hobby box of Topps Heritage High Number 2023. And that's officially not coming out till tomorrow. So when that happens, Hudson lets me do one by myself so we can get a video up and give you a first look. This set is based off the 1974 Topps design. It is, of course, a continuation of the Heritage set that was released earlier this year. This adds another 200 cards, numbered 500 to 700, plus a couple of short prints from 701 to 725. There's all kinds of parallels and inserts and short prints and just all variations, all kinds of different stuff in this set. To be honest, I prefer archives over Heritage, or at least over what I saw before. But this set looks pretty fun, this high number set. We'll see what we get here. This is a hobby box. It has one autograph per box, and notably, as many people have been talking about, Topps lowered the price of this down to $60-$70, somewhere in there. Got a good deal from my local card shop. Again, I prefer archives that's based off a couple different designs, and we've had a lot of luck with archives, not so much with Heritage. Actually, we've never ripped a hobby box of Heritage, so maybe my luck will change here. From our experience so far, we've preferred archives. But let's see what we get here. There are all kinds of, as I mentioned, parallels all the way up to superfractors. There's black bordered cards. There are a ton of inserts and short prints and variations. So many that I might miss some, actually. So that happens sometimes, where there's image variations that I don't see. And right off the bat, this is a box topper box topper card, I guess. It's Rick Wise, and that's kind of cool with the throwback design, of course, with the logo there, 50th anniversary Topps, and that's on the cardstock, and kind of cool. And these packs have that throwback look that archives and Heritage have, and there are, 24 packs here, 9 cards per pack, and that's a look at the box there. Kind of a cool looking Heritage box. We can throw that up here. Let's put that on display up there, if I can. There we go. And let's get into these. And if these are like archives, they're going to be really hard to open. I found that I've had to rely on the scissors to open these packs usually. Let's see if these are any different. Maybe they changed it. Oh, these are actually pretty easy to open. So let's get through this pretty quick. And just like the regular set of Heritage, I found that these cards are a little washed out. I know that's kind of part of the Heritage look, but compared to archives, the archives is kind of like is brighter and kind of glossier, and these are a little bit more washed out. And that might be part of the appeal. There's Zach Neto on the Rookie Performers insert. Pretty cool card. And we'll just get through these pretty quickly here. So obviously this is going to feature late traded players, rookies that were called up, and I'm sure there's also variations of existing players that weren't moved to different teams or traded, but I think this is going to be pretty heavy on the rookies, and then anyone who was traded. There's Verlander on the Astros, so a good example. I think Heritage was released fairly early in the year, so there actually might be a lot of updates to be had here. And Baltimore's Babies, there's Adley and Gunnar, pretty cool. Cool card. And so I like these update sets, so it's kind of cool. I mean, when the regular sets come out, it's not too long in the season where some of it's outdated, so it's kind of cool to be a little bit more kind of reflecting, the end of the season there. Oh, and it looks like we might have our first auto here, or our only auto, I guess. I'm used to archives with two autos, but there is only one in here, as I mentioned, and it appears to be a base auto. And let's see who we have. Oh no, actually it is a black card. This might not be an auto. This could be just the black parallel. So let's see, on Colorado, and that is Michael Toglia, rookie on the black parallel. And let me see if I have the odds on those. And there also are chrome cards in here. This is not one of them. But this is black bordered, 50 copies. So I don't know if that means that's out of 50. This is a hobby only product, or parallel. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's out of 50. It's not numbered. So I'm not sure if that means that there are 50, it's out of 50 copies, if that means that there's only 50 cards. Or, I don't know what that means, but we'll find out. I don't think it's 50 black numbered or black bordered cards in this box. That would be crazy and not consistent with what we've seen so far. We would have to have a couple in every pack. So there's also cards with missing signatures. That's like one of the variations back here, but I'm not gonna look at the back of every single card. It would take forever. There's also flip stock, and I think you can see pretty easily when you look at the back, so I'll try to do that. That's a little easier, but kind of hard to see every single image variation in this heritage set I found. So I'm just gonna fly through these. Hopefully you don't mind, just in the interest of time here. More so just to give you a preview of this set before the official release tomorrow. Yeah, so 50 copies. If you know what that means on the checklist, please put it in the comments, because I don't know. Oh, is that like a spacer or something? Let's see. I think there are stamps in this set, so that might be a stamp. Let's see. Or just a random spacer. Thanks, Tops. Hopefully that isn't a mistake and like some insert we were supposed to have. I'm not sure what that means. Huh. Let me just make sure there's nothing kind of different about these cards. I don't see anything, but maybe there's a variation in here or something. Okay. Well, we'll keep moving. I know Panini's done that. Some of the sets we've opened, like Stars and Stripes, will have just a blank spacer, and it's like, thanks a lot, appreciate that. I know the big release tomorrow, or the bigger release, is Bowman Draft. It's a little rich for our taste, so we are focusing on Heritage. We also just did a video on Topps Chrome Black, if you're interested in watching that. It's kind of a cool looking product. But, really interesting how Heritage went down to $60, $70 on this. That's got to be one of their lowest priced, even lower than Pro Debut hobby boxes, and not a bad deal. Oh, and here we have one of the 1974 highlights, Tony Olivia. That's pretty cool. That is not numbered, but that's a cool looking retro card. I assume that was a insert in the original set, or maybe not. This is 1974, so I don't know actually, because it's a 74 highlight, but that's a cool looking card. I like these retro sets. I've decided that I prefer modern players in the retro design versus old retired players or retro players in the new design. There's Matt Mervis. I think seeing like Hank Aaron and a Neri Perez, seeing someone like Hank Aaron or Babe Ruth or any of the greats, Mickey Mantle, seeing those guys in a new design, especially in archives with the 2003, it's kind of weird. But seeing like Corbin Carroll or Adley or any of the new rookies or existing players in these retro designs, like Clayton Kershaw, for example, even though I'm a Padres fan, seeing him in that retro design is pretty cool. So I have decided I am a fan. And here's another one called The Hammer. Speaking of Hank Aaron, that's pretty cool. The Hammer. That's a cool looking card. See, that just like feels more natural, but seeing Hank Aaron in like, mid-aught Topps design just kind of seems weird. So I prefer, or I've come around, I should say. I still like modern cards, but I really do like these retro sets. And there's a nice one, Anthony Volpe. Put him up on the board. Of course, the big bounty on him in let's see, I think we have something here in Topps Chrome Update, 150,000. There's Matt McLean, another nice rookie. Probably not in the original Heritage set. So whatever we have here is pretty thick. Hoping it's more than just a base auto, if it's an auto. Oh, it looks like Vlad Guerrero. Oh, that's cool. Clubhouse Collection, Game Use Memo. So let me just make sure. Is this an auto or a relic? I did not notice that before, but maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's only $70. Oh, here we go. No, yeah. Is it on the side here? Autograph or relic. Ah, bummer. All right, so it's an auto or relic. That's an important detail that I did not mention at the beginning. I should have done my research. Well, that's kind of a bummer. So no auto. So see, Archives guarantees 2 autos per box. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool from Vladdy, but and it's a bat, it looks like. But you know, I always prefer an auto unless it's like a super cool high number limited relic. So well, we'll take it. I'm not complaining. But yeah, I apologize there. I thought it was an auto per every box, and maybe that is typical of Heritage. Maybe another knock on the product. Why I prefer Archives, if I haven't said it enough. But you know what? This is all about learning and looking at each product. And this is our first year really collecting after I took a long hiatus after collecting a lot when I was a kid. And Hudson and I have really gotten back into it. And it has changed a lot, as everyone knows. And so we're just kind of like going through all the sets. There's a cool Now and Then Kershaw, another insert. But 2 Padres in a row. Speaking of the Padres, there's Xander. You know, we're just kind of learning, going through all the sets, seeing what they're all about. I know there's probably a lot of people watching this that have opened a lot of Heritage, maybe big fans of Heritage. Are like, yeah, of course, Heritage never guarantees an auto, but that is new to us. So it's all part of the learning, and hopefully other boxes that we open, if we do buy more boxes, there's some kind of insert or a parallel. Let's see if I can but if we decide to open up other boxes, hopefully we'll get an auto. I would love to get an auto of a retired player. That's the other thing I love about these sets, is that they do have retired players, and so you know that's not always the case with modern sets of being able to get current players, prospects, and also retired players. But Archives and Heritage seems like, again. All right, so this is a home run special, and that's Roger Maris and Aaron Judge. That was backwards, so I was expecting it to be like kind of a big parallel or something, but this does not appear to be limited. I mean, you know, they do throw all kinds of inserts into this, so there are a lot of different inserts, but I do not think this is one of the kind of limited inserts, and there's no numbers here or anything. All right, down to our last couple packs here, our last third of packs, I should say. Let me put that. Where'd that go? I will put it up on the board because it is Roger Maris and Aaron Judge, and that's pretty cool. All right, for now, it gets a place. All right, let's get into these last third of packs here. Hopefully we get some kind of like numbered parallel or chrome or something. I don't know, maybe that's just Heritage. Matt Carpenter, Padre. There's Josh Young. Pretty sweet card. So I like seeing that. I like seeing the rookies and the prospects, new players and old cards. I wasn't always a fan, but I've come around to it. I just love the look of older cards. I love vintage stuff. I know this is a 70s, so it's not vintage. But you know, I think anything before 1980 is considered vintage, and I like the look of these cards. Actually, this is a good year. Not all of them were great. I actually like these. You know, I really like the archives. If I haven't said enough, I really like the 56 and 65 designs. Archives is funny because you get those vintage designs, and then you have the 2003, which I've said many times in our archives videos that I'm not a fan of. But I like these. Is that it? That looks like, see, like this card's like kind of brighter. It's interesting. I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like a little more like archives. There's Tristan Casas, another nice rookie base card there. All right, Heritage, you better give me something here. Like I said, I might be missing a short print or a variation. I have not gone back. I feel like with Heritage, you kind of have to go back and look at every card to see if there's anything special. Oh, that's cool. Manager of the Year, Buck Showalter. It's a thicker card. Kind of a cool throwback when they used to have like manager cards. Yeah, Jordan Walker, so another one. So yeah, these update sets, I mean, you do get kind of repeats of prospects that were probably in the original set, even if they weren't traded. So like that Topps does that. You can still chase those guys. And okay, so we got some kind of chrome there in Baltimore. That's exciting. I saw the B. I think it's Baltimore. Let's see what we got. This is like a chrome card. And it's a pitcher, so not the Orioles we're looking for. And Yennier Cano. That's a super thick card. Kodai Senga. A lot thicker. It's like, I think, thicker even maybe than Chromium. Pretty cool looking. And that is out of, geez, $9.99. So, cool looking card. Not an amazing player there, and out of $9.99. So I'm not sure if I'm loving this set. At least this box. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate anything. I love the looks. I love like seeing the old players, the old design. But you know, when you're paying $60, it's nice to get some hits, right? All right. Down to our last two packs. Atlanta, tried and true. There's Acuna and Riley. Cool card. Pretty basic looking, but gotta love the inserts. A lot of cool inserts on here. And down to our last pack. Let's give it some mojo. If Hudson was here, he'd give it Deck the Halls or Jingle Balls. Jingle Bells. Mojo. And I'm not sure that we got any mojo here unless we have some kind of surprise auto. But doesn't look like it. So there you go. Heritage and 2023 Heritage high number. And I don't know. I think you kind of get what you pay for. I mean, probably better than your average blaster. Got this relic card of Vladdy Clubhouse Collection with a bat. Pretty cool. But not numbered. And you know, I'd say really kind of just a lot of inserts. We got one or two parallels, I guess. So this Michael Toglia black bordered card, not numbered. And then a, let's see, Yennier Cano chrome out of $9.99. I mean, it's a cool looking card, but that was kind of it for the parallels, unless I'm missing some variations or short prints, which I will go through, try to add. If there's any of those in here, I'll add them in post-production. I'm just looking through the cards, seeing the back, seeing if there's any flip stock. I don't see any. So I don't know if that's why Topps lowered. I'm guessing they probably had very little demand for the first Heritage set or the main Heritage set, and that's why they lowered the price. And I feel like you kind of get what you pay for here. But if you're a fan of the retro cards, you like the design, you like all the inserts, and I mean, you are going to have some boxes that have big hits, huge hits even, and so you're always chasing those. But if you just like this set and you like those throwback sets, I would say go for it, but just know you kind of get what you pay for. Hey, if you like our content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.